Fred, this is a follow-through. Great to have you here with us today. And we're continuing in this season in the church called Lent. It's kind of a mysterious thing. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's just a time when we take spiritual inventory and we look at something we look at all the time, which is our sinfulness. And as Christians, as people who follow Jesus, you know what we do? We agree with God. We say, God, you're right. When you judge us, when you look at what we've done, not everything we do flows out of our faith. Not everything we do is has as its goal to glorify God. And so we see that is sin, and we confess it. And we don't try to explain it away, and we take it to God. And so we've been talking about, like, how do we do that? Like, why is that important? And you can look at the last couple of weeks, go back on the channel here, and you can find those other videos if you missed them. If not, we're going to keep rolling. Today we're in Revelation chapter 1, verse 18. And yesterday I said, one of the issues we have with sin, and really the reason why I think we fail and we get frustrated, is that we might really like the things that we do. When we talk about somebody, maybe we feel good about ourselves. When we when greed is there, maybe we get that rush when we gamble, or when we drink, or when we watch something online that we shouldn't, and all those things happen, and we have to say, okay, do I hate that? Because God hates it. Anything that would destroy me, anything that would take me away from Him, He can't stand it. It is like beyond offensive to Him. And okay, am I agreeing with that, or do I think it's okay? I mean, I might think that other people might not like it. There might be some consequences if I do that, right? If I shove somebody, right, there's going to be trouble. But what's at the heart of it? The heart of it might be that I really love that, or and I'm not going to kill something that I love. I'm not going to take care of something that is near and dear to my heart. Right? So there's some weird stuff going on inside of us, and we got to realize that. And so the main thing we want to do, the move that we have, as we talked about last week, is to love God, to trust Jesus, to go to the cross, to realize that Jesus took care of sin first. He is the one that defeated it. In the book of Revelation, which is, again, this picture of really God's triumph, the triumph of Jesus over sin, over death, over the grave, over all of those things. Revelation 1:18 says that, again, he says he's the first and the last in verse 17, and he is the living one. He says, and this is Jesus speaking, he says, I died, and behold, I am alive forever, and I have the keys of death and Hades. So if he has the keys of death and Hades, he has the keys to everything. You know what I mean? Like his death for sin was total, and it was perfect. And what if we launched into that battle with temptation, with sin, with all of these things, with that in mind, knowing like He's right there with me, and He's already, He rode ahead in the battle, destroyed all those things, so that in our lives, He just says, hide in me, like trust in me. Like, know that I've transferred you from the kingdom of death, right, the kingdom of darkness, to the kingdom of light and forgiveness and grace, and our ultimate place, our ultimate, where we're going to land is eternity with Him. What an awesome thing! And so my hope today is that you hear this and say, you know what, I want Jesus, man. I want His love, His mercy. I want my life to be about loving Him, serving Him, believing and trusting in Him. And my goal of life is that more people would know that, and that I would live every day just sort of shining that light to others, sending that message to the world around me. Because again, if I'm doing that, I've replaced maybe those desires that are sinful, maybe those things that I love a little too much, those things that I maybe flirt with a little too much, and I'm saying, nope, done. I'm going to choose Jesus. This is what I want to do. That's a battle every day for us to do that, and wake up and say, man, I'm going to choose the way of Jesus. I want to be part of that, part of what He's doing. So again, your day is filled with prayer. It's filled with reading the scriptures, being filled with what God has given to us. And what an awesome game plan to have. All right, I pray that helps you. If it does, hit that subscribe button and share this video with somebody, or share the concept as the verse, all of those things. Let's get that out there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll talk to you next time.